Hello, it's Sandy here with you today, sharing my first process video with the April limited edition kit. And I'm going to be scrapping this sweet little photo here with the little girl in her ballerina outfit with her little tutu and a chandelier hanging behind her. I've been wanting to scrap that photo for a while. Anyway, I've gone ahead and done a little bit of work ahead of time. I've used 3 different papers here. This pretty floral one on the bottom. I took about a 5-inch strip and adhered it to a piece of white cardstock and laid that at the bottom. And then I did some measuring, and I took a little bit of the gold paper and have about a strip about that tall, a couple inches, a little bit wider on this side. I've used a tearing tool to tear with, just to give it a little bit of distinction and ruffle on the edge. And then from there, I was able to measure how much of my primary pattern paper I needed to use and about where I needed to start tearing to go upwards like that. So I did use this tearing tool, and had it like that for those 2 papers, and I've adhered them together. And then I've picked out some elements that I think are going to go with it. I'm probably going to put my photo right about there. And then I've got some florals. I really want to use this little piece right there because I like that check pattern and the florals. So I'm probably going to use that. And then I think I'm going to use some of these sweet prima flowers, probably a couple right here and at least one up in this area. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put some corrugated cardboard back behind my photo just so I can elevate it. And that'll give me a little room for, tucking in a flower or what have you up here. So I need to bring those down a little bit. And then I'm going to, accent with some butterflies. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is really a very simple page. I've already matted the photo, and here you can see me looking at some of the border trims that were in the cardstock stickers. And I thought those would look cute along the bottom and kind of be a filler. Also, I settled on the pink checked one to kind of match the little note card that I was wanting to use with the flowers and hydrangeas on them. So there you can see that I've got a piece of corrugated cardboard behind my photo to elevate it a little bit for tucking in some other elements. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to be using the Prima florals that are fabric and kind of silky looking, and I thought they would just go well to accent the little tutu that the girl in the photo is wearing. And there I'm using my T-square just to make sure I have things lined up. The stripes on the paper are not straight. They do have a little bit of a waviness to them. And so I've picked a piece from the embellishment kit and just put some ink on the edges so it would really pop. There's several of these in the package, and so they work really nicely with all the flower shop papers. And they also go with this striped paper, which I think was Memory Place. It's been a while since I put this together, but I think that was the name of the company. And I really like it. I like both sides of the paper, actually. But anyway, here you can just see me kind of fluffing those florals to make them look more natural and not, look like they come out of the package and they're really flat. So I fussed there a little bit between the placement on whether I want the pinky peach one at the top or the green one. And then I do have that cardstock sticker there that I want to use. And for a title, I placed a little cardstock sticker across it, which is going to be my title. And it says Bloom and Grow. So those were already adhered, and I elevate this on cardstocks on a corrugated cardboard as well to get it up a little bit higher than the photo, or at least on the same level. And I don't want to cover up too much of the picture, but this isn't a family member, so it's okay if I did. I just wanted that little cardstock sticker to really stand out and be a primary element on the page. And then that title piece is pink, so it just goes with everything. In today's work, I'm using the berry glue, which dries clear and really adheres very quickly, so you sometimes have to work fast when you're using that. And there I'm just using my T-square just to make sure that that title portion is pretty straight. And then I want to go ahead and tear a little bit on the note card to distress it and make it look a little more shabby and kind of curl up the edge there. And you can just see me picking through the different pieces that I had already trialed or auditioned. And then you can see me as I settle on what I'm going to use. And there I'm going to add another floral. And then over to the right, I've got some butterflies and some leaves that were actually from another package of florals. But I wanted to have this, little girl in the photo to just be surrounded by some butterflies to signify spring, or spring is on the way. And so I kind of trimmed off a piece of the leaves to tuck under my flowers, and that way I can get more use out of them with just using it with a singular floral. So I just get that in place, and then I use the glue to put down my flowers and do them one at a time. And that green one, or turquoise one, needs to go up just a little bit higher, so I put some corrugated cardboard underneath it, or you could use a foam square. I just wanted it to be a little bit higher so that it could lay nicely on the other one and not look whoppy. And then I take a little bit more of the leaf and I put it in that other one. And then I'm going to put the upper right hand flower underneath my photo and just cluster it in and make that, be a really nice cluster. I play a little bit with the butterflies to see how they're going to fly. And then I'm trying the second green flower because I wanted to use it, but I didn't want to get things off balance. But it just seemed to like it might work there. So then I take that big floral, the pink one, that's a hydrangea, I believe, and I'm going to tuck it behind that note card. And I want it to pop a little bit, so I did use some of the vintage photo ink on that. And I put a foam square on it. I alternate between the corrugated cardboard and the foam. It just is very random, whatever's handiest or whatever I feel like needs to be the sturdiest is kind of how I make that decision. And there I'm just grabbing some of the foam and taking off the cover for it to lay it down and going with the big pink one there on the right hand side. And then I'm trying to decide how to make the green or aqua one turn, and then I want that kind of black and white one to go a different direction. I consider layering them, but I finally opt against that, and I just make them a little different. And here I'm going to use some foam squares. That way I can kind of lift the edges of the butterfly on the wings, and it's fun to make those kind of dimensional. There we go. Well, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my flower, And I do settle on it, and here I am fluffing it up, trying to get it just as it needs to be. And I forget what I'm doing off camera there. I guess I was putting the glue on the back and cutting some corrugated cardboard to go under it and get it up over the cardstock sticker, which is a little thicker. And it's got the cardstock sticker on top of that. The chipboard sticker plus the cardstock sticker. So I get that down and use some more of my glue and get that final little flower in place. I like how it looks. It doesn't bother me that you can't see all of the title because, the mind will help us fill in the blanks whenever we read something, and so it's easy to tell what the title is. And there I go with another one of the rose leaves. And just tucking in a little bit there at the top, just so they'll all kind of coordinate with each other a little bit. These are some smaller bits. I kind of finished the layout with some pearls and then some splattering. I look back over the cardstock stickers to see if there's anything there that I want to use. And then I go to the stickers, cardstock stickers, and look at those. There's lots of great things to use in this kit to make whatever, kind of layout that you want, but it really leans toward the pastels and springtime and, just coming out of winter and the weather warming up. And it could also just be used as straight on feminine, I guess you could say, with a variety of different things. A lot of these would be really good just for using with Easter pictures. So I'm covering my photo and I'm going to put some of my Dina Wakley glossy spray on it, and I'm just going to dab it, with the spray nozzle that's in there. And I guess I cut myself off a little bit, but I come back now with my flat back pearls and add those on. And I kind of use whatever I have handy, but I'm really partial to my wallpaper knife for picking them up and putting them down. It's just something I've been doing for years, and it's kind of hard to get away from. I use that wallpaper knife for lots of different scrapbooking things. I never use it for wallpapering. Apologize for the glare on the photo. It makes it a little too shiny and you can't really see everything cohesively, but I'm coming to an end here. I'm going to be showing some close-ups. There'll be details in the description box to tell you how you can order a kit. You can also visit mycreativescrapbook.com. I thank you so much for coming by today and for sticking with me through this. And I hope this inspires you in some way and gives you some ideas how to use your kit. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.